stop and then
Good afternoon, team. Just going to give everyone a little bit of time to come into the meeting space. Good to see everyone today.
Hello.
You said I'm not on Discord?
Hey everyone.
Hey, Satu. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing well. Mr. Taberkia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it said something else on your screen at first.
Oh, okay. Is it back to Mr. Taberkia?
No, yeah, it just went back to Mr. Taberkia. At first I thought I was in it said something like DJ live or something like that.
DJ Live. Oh, you caught me. That's my DJ name.
Okay, that's cool.
All right. All right. Let me go ahead and get us situated here. Miss Drew, could you respond to my message real quick? Just want to double check to see if we're good to go.
Was that via email?
Nope, just on the chat here. Just want to double check our quorum count. Is it 4 or 5? I believe it's 4. Just want to double check.
5, actually.
Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4. All right. Let me see if we can get a hold of Reverend Poole. 1 second.
Mrs. Taberkia, I just got off the phone with Mrs. Holmes, and she said she's leaving an appointment and will jump on in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Awesome. Thank you so much. And just while we're waiting, I did get off the phone with the Go team earlier, and they did inform me that there's been an extension on the budget training. They did have some live sessions, so if you attended those, then you'll get credit for completing that training. If not, they did send out information on how to complete that training. It's just a live recording of one of the elementary school budget trainings. So we just need to complete that by March in our finalization meeting.
Mrs. DeBerkia, do you have, were you able to get Reverend Poole?
I just shot Miss Poole a text to see if she get in contact with him.
Okay.
Miss Blackwell, did you get my email?
I did, and I appreciate you so much, Miss Muhammad. And I
No
did check on
problem.
that other issue for you, and it's a go.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're
I don't
welcome.
know if I said hey or if y'all heard me, but hey y'all.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Good afternoon, Reverend Poole. So good to see you today. You doing all right?
Yes, sir, I am. Thank you. Apologize for being late.
That's all right. I'm happy to get us started. Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to, oh, hold 1 second. Let me make sure that we're live. Yes, we are live on YouTube. 1 second here. All right. Good afternoon and welcome to Perkerson Elementary School's GoTeam meeting, where we will follow the agenda as it has been emailed to you and publicly noted. I am pleased to call this meeting of the Perkerson Elementary School's GoTeam to order. You'll allow me 1 moment here to share my screen. Okay, thank you everybody for your patience today. Our first order of, one moment, there we go. Our first order of business is to call roll. The secretary will now take roll.
Good afternoon, everybody. Please answer present if you are present. Ms. Blackwell,
Present.
Ms. Tomlin, not present. Ms. Muhammad,
Present.
Mr. Garrett,
I'm sorry, present.
thank you. Ms. Walker, absent. Ms. Holmes, we'll say absent for now. I will change that if she joins us. Ms. Drew, I am present. Mr. Harris, absent. Reverend Poole,
Present.
thank, thank you. And Mr. Tuberkia.
Present. This
That-
team will,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Mr. Drew. No, you go ahead.
I was just saying that concludes our roll call.
Thank you. This team will only be able to take official action if a quorum is present. Ms. Drew, is there a quorum present?
There is.
Okay. Our first order of business is to approve the agenda. This was provided to you and copies are here. Please take a moment to review the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda? May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
A second?
I second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, so this is the agenda. During this GoTeam meeting, we will discuss the proposed school budget, how it supports the school's programmatic needs and aligns to the school's strategic plan. The GoTeam will also review and provide feedback on proposed use of school level flexibility in the fiscal year 27 budget. Our meeting norm, this is a meeting of the GoTeam. Only members of the team may participate in the discussion. Any members of the public present are here to quietly observe. We invite and welcome contributions of every member and listen to each other. We will follow the agenda as noticed to the public and stay on task. We will review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. The minutes have been provided to you. Are there any corrections? If there are no further corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
Motion.
I
A
second.
second. Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All
Aye.
opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please identify yourself or raise your hand. We will now move to discussion items on our agenda. So right now we are on step 4. We are providing feedback on the budget to be completed before February 26th, before that staffing conference. And you can see step 5 and 6, 7 are going to be a little bit more down the road. And today we are planning on taking action on the budget at these meetings. So our Perkerson fiscal year 27 strategy and budget alignment, strategic resource allocation to support student outcomes. So just a review, this is our 2025 to 2030 strategic plan. Our mission, with a focus on STEAM, students will investigate thoroughly, think logically, and use creativity to develop leadership skills. Our vision, at Perkerson Elementary School, we are creating a challenging learning environment where we achieve excellence, think critically, and solve problems. These are our strategic goals. Number 1, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary School will increase the percentage of students performing at proficiency and above in math from 20.5% to 45.5% for all students, and from 0 to 25% for students with disabilities, as measured by the Georgia Mausam Assessment. Number 2, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary School will increase the percentage of students performing at proficient and above in ELA from 16.8% to at least 41.8% for all students, and from 5.6% to at least 30.6% for all students. Number 3, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary School will increase the percentage of students who are not chronically absent from 62.3% to 77.3%, Number 4, by 2030, Perkerson Elementary School will increase its school climate star rating from 2 to 4. And under here, you see one of our goals sort of broken down a little bit. We are strengthening our instructional core. We're implementing high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials and targeting resources towards subgroups. We're caring for every child by expanding strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism and supports restorative practices and tenets of PBIS. We're implementing systematic culture and climate strategies. For sparking student curiosity, we're cultivating expressive and imaginative scholars by providing high-quality, enriching instruction in fine arts. We're fostering future-ready problem solvers by providing high-quality, enriching instruction in technology and STEAM domains. Here on the right, another category, our strength is our team. We're increasing concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders. We're prioritizing engagement and retention for staff. Our second subtitle under that, our responsibility is shared. We're building meaningful partnerships, increasing access and engagement for families and communities. Under our school is efficient and effective. We're building and supporting a culture of data-informed decision-making. And in our previous meeting, we ranked our objectives just to inform where we wanted the focus of our budget to be from highest to lowest. At the top, we have implement high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials. Under that, target resources towards subgroups, then expand strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism and supports restorative practice and tenets of PBIS. Under that, implement systematic culture and climate strategies, and cultivate expressive and imaginative scholars by providing high quality, enriching instruction in fine arts. Foster future-ready problem solvers by providing high quality, enriching instruction in technology and STEAM domains. Increase concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders. Prioritize engagement and retention for staff. Build meaningful partnerships. Increase access and engagement for families and communities, and build and support a culture of data-informed decision-making. Okay. Our next agenda item is the budget feedback presentation. Principal Blackwell will walk us through the proposed school's draft budget, which was shared with everyone before the meeting. After the presentation, we'll have a discussion about how the budget aligns with our school's strategic plan. As we review the budget, it's important to focus on any adjustments from the district's baseline funding, funding support our school's goals. This is an opportunity for us as a GoTeam to provide feedback and ensure that our school is making the most of its available resources.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Taberkia, for that overview. This slide right here looks at the objectives that we ranked, and it pretty much says what they mean for us for the 2026-2027 school year. When we think about implementing a high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials, we realized from the KIP that third grade ELA proficiency is currently at 14.0% based on the milestone, the previous milestone data, with a 2030 goal of 35%. High quality materials are essential to bridge the 21.0% point gap. So support with implementation will be supported with 2 master teachers versus the 2 instructional coaches that we have now, who will not only coach teachers in real time, but model effective implementation of instructional strategies through small group instruction. Then we have targeting resources towards subgroups. We realize that our students with disabilities and Black students show significant proficiency gaps, with special ed students at only 2.2% proficiency. Resources must be prioritized to reach the 2030 goal of 12.2% for students with disabilities and 43.5% for Black students and students who are economically disadvantaged. Hence, we will continue to have, or the need for a full-time ELT is evident. And an ELT is the educational lead teacher who supports, or is sort of like the principal for the special education department and helps to guide those practices. We will expand strategies that reduce chronic absenteeism and supports restorative practices and tenets of PBIS. What that looks like for us for next year, we realize that only 62.3% of students who are not chronically absent. Improving attendance is a prerequisite for academic growth, as frequent student mobility, which is 47% here at Perkinson, always disrupts the learning continuity needed to reach the 77.3% attendance goal. A full-time social worker versus a part-time social worker will help to increase and support families' need to ensure positive school attendance. So we will move from a 0.5 or half-time social worker to a full-time social worker. Implement systematic culture and climate strategies. The current school climate star rating is 2 out of 5. Systematic strategies are required to reach the 4-star goal and improve the 56.9% of students who currently feel comfortable seeking help from adults. Funding will continue to be allocated that support PBIS as well as mentoring programs within and outside of the school building. Then cultivating expressive and imaginative scholars by providing high quality enriching instruction in fine arts. While Perkinson meets 99% of the beyond the core requirement, consistent funding for fine arts ensures that this high engagement level is mandated as a tool for student retention and expression. We will retain a full-time music, art, and PE teacher and continue to enrich our program with in-house field trips and partnerships, such as, and we will also continue to work with Mr. Harris in the after-school program to continue exposure to the arts beyond the school, such as right now we have Alvin Ailey doing a 12-week workshop with scholars now. So we will continue to reach out and find other opportunities for art exposure to bring in the school, and then take students outside the school as well to be exposed to the arts. You can go to the next slide. So fostering future-ready problem solvers by providing high-quality, enriching instruction in technology and STEAM domains. Integrating STEAM domains aligns with the objective to spark students beyond the core and provides the relevant instruction necessary to keep students engaged despite high mobility rates. Hence why we will retain a full-time STEAM teacher who will work with the art teacher, Ms. Drew, to merge the art and science piece to make it STEAM versus STEM. Increased concentration of highly effective teachers and leaders. Currently, we have 76.2% of our teachers with 3 or more years of teaching experience, exceeding the 68.6% baseline. Maintaining this concentration is vital to managing the high teacher attention requiring for below-level transient students. The number will rise by at least 10% the next school year. And then to prioritize engagement and retention for staff, to sustain the current 76.2% experience level, the budget must prioritize competitive compensation, moving toward the 100% average salary goal for the current 83,729. So in order to make sure that we are retaining our staff, we are creating a celebratory community and culture that values the voice of every team member within the building. Building meaningful partnerships. Partnerships are necessary to provide supplemental support to the school. So next year we'll seek to maintain our current partnerships as well as develop new ones. Increase access and engagement for families and communities. Only 50.9% of our families have parent portal accounts. So increasing this to 69.6% is critical for shared responsibility, especially for the 47% of families who may be new to the district. Also, we will have a parent center where parents will have real-time access to resources. So that is something that we will have next year, is a parent center within the school building. Build and support a culture of data-informed decision-making. Internal data indicates that students who remain at Perkinson for more than 1 year show higher performance levels than those who are transient. A robust data culture is required to quickly access and foster. I'm sorry, guys. My computer did something crazy. To quickly access the specific needs of incoming students and restructure instructional programs to bridge the gaps. And we will have more opportunities to engage not just our families within the school, but the community as a whole around the data that we have and how they can help us, how the community can help the school to increase or make gains academically. And so now we're going to focus on strategic use of resources in the category description. So we will look at a focus area from our strategic plan, look at the strategic objective. So what we're doing to achieve the goal, what the focus area is, and the objective is aligned to the objective, how much, what resources or financial staffing are recommended to support this work in our school. The resource recommendation, it will talk about what resources we have allocated to support the objective in the 2027 budget proposal, and can be staffing and non-staffing resources. And then the why, if additional information is needed or to be shared. And so when we look at what that means for Perkinson, when we look at our focus area, we are sparking student curiosity, the strategic objective that supports that, cultivate expressive and imaginative scholars through fine arts. Again, we will maintain a full-time art, music, and PE teacher. Funding will not support Spanish at this time. However, we are going to retain Mrs. Charles so that she can work with us in hopefully creating an immersion program across grade levels for elementary, middle, and high. We are sparking student curiosity, fostering future-ready problem solvers by providing technology and STEAM instruction, one full-time STEAM teacher, also working to share an agriculture teacher to continue the possibility of expanding our outdoor learning program. Again, we are strengthening our instructional core, target resources towards subgroups. We will keep that full-time ILT and then provide professional learning around how to better meet the needs of our targeted subgroups. And we will continue with 50 Lexia licenses. Lexia is an online program that helps to bridge the gaps for students who are severely behind in reading and math. And then we're strengthening our instructional core, implementing high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials. And in us doing that, we are moving from 2 instructional coaches to 2 turnaround master teachers, as well as providing additional professional learning. And this will impact both teachers, staff, and students. We are caring for every child, expanding strategies that reduce absenteeism and support restorative practices, that one full-time social worker, as well as, and I'll talk about more with the reserve money for the We Are Caring for Every Child, getting more resources for that parent center and for the community. And we're caring for every child, implement systematic culture and climate strategies. I have allotted money for incentives for students, parents, and staff around attendance, behavior, and academics.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
The social worker we have now, is she full-time or part-time?
She's part-time.
Okay, cool beans.
Okay. So now we're going to move into the proposed use of staffing and non-staffing allegations and school level flexibility. So when we look at the next slides, the summary tab provides a summary of the staff in our schools. So the baseline is what the district is recommending for us to do, and then, or what they have allotted us. And then the staff, this shows how I've actually am proposing that we utilize or the positions for staff for next year. And then you have the difference that shows the difference between the recommendation from the district and the principal proposed staffing, and then comments that were provided as to why those particular changes or additions were made. So we can move into the next slide, Mrs. Taberkia. So as we look at the next slide, we can see that we have earned 3 kindergarten teachers, and I have staffed 3 kindergarten teachers. We have earned 2 first grade teachers, and I have staffed 2 first grade teachers. We have earned 2 second grade teachers. I have staffed 2 second grade teachers. We have earned 2 third grade teachers. However, I have staffed 3 third grade teachers because I am pulling an EIP teacher to assist with making it 3 teachers on third grade. We are staffing for, allotted 2 for fourth grade, but I am also staffing fourth grade with 3 by making 2 general ed and 1 EIP teacher. And then for fifth grade, we are baseline for 3. It shows that I'm staffing 1, but I'm actually staffing 3 because I am pulling 2 from EIP because we earn 5 EIP teachers. So instead of the EIP teachers pulling the children out, it will help to reduce the class sizes for third, fourth, and fifth grade. We will keep a full-time art, music, and PE teacher. We will no longer have a world language teacher. We will keep a part-time gifted teacher and a 1 day a week ESOL teacher. We earned 4 interrelated teachers. I'm not sure why that's showing 3. I have to reach out to Kalika Wilson in special ed to find out where that 4th teacher lies within the budget. I'm told that she's there. I'm just not sure which line she's on. And then the special ed lead teacher, remember, that's going to be a full-time position, except half of the budget for the lead teacher will come from the general budget, and the other half of her will come from the turnaround budget. We have 2 special ed pre-K teachers, and they are not in the building. They're at the Sylvan building, but they are in our budget. And we have 2 AU teachers. We have 6 paraprofessionals that support the special education program and 3 kindergarten paraprofessionals, and they will remain as suggested by the district as the allotment suggests, 6 in special ed, 3 in kindergarten. We will have 1 principal, 1 assistant principal, 1 school business manager. We will not have a secretary. We will not have a bookkeeper, and we will have 2 clerks in the main office. 1 will support with family engagement as the parent liaison, as well as have other duties. And hopefully when we get reserved, we'll be able to do as we did this year, hire a part-time parent liaison. We have 1 counselor, 1 media specialist, a nurse, of course, STEM teacher, 1 full-time social worker, 1 full-time MTSS specialist. Those are the 2 master teacher leaders versus 2 instructional coaches. And then that is the other half of the ELP point right there, that 0.5 turnaround special ed lead teacher. We share a psychologist. We have 2 custodians, 1 site manager, and we will retain Officer Daniel as our resource officer. Are there any questions about the staffing proposal? Okay.
I do. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we do transfer over to making someone a full-time one, are we kind of keeping what we got, or we kind of picking and choosing to see where we can
So I know where you're going, Ms. Muhammad, and I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, let me just sit back and watch. Okay.
I know exactly where you're going, and I'm working on it.
Can I ask a question about that? The individual that's the staff that's at Sylvan, you said, that's not currently here, but they're on your book.
Yes. So there are 4 staff members that we manage, but they are not housed in the building. We have 2 special education pre-K programs, and they have to be attached to a school. And because they're in the Sylvan building and that is in our cluster, they attach those staff members to us for funding purposes. I can't adjust or do anything with that money. We're just kind of like a placeholder for them. But they are two special ed programs, pre-K programs that's in the Sylvan Easter Seals building that we maintain their budget here at Perkerson. Does that make sense, Mr. Poole?
It does. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And I had a quick question. What is the difference between a turnaround master teacher leader and a oh, forgive me, my brain is not quite working right.
Instructional coach.
Yes, thank you. Instructional coach.
So an instructional coach just deals with supporting teachers, whereas a master teacher is not only, they kind of have two roles. They support teachers just as an instructional coach, but they also touch children. So they have to work with small groups of children, which means they kind of become sort of like a model classroom for teachers who are struggling and who need some additional support, can come in and see what strong instructional practices are supposed to look like, and then they work with children. So they not only support the staff, but they also support students, if that makes sense. So that means all adults in the building will be touching children.
Absolutely. Thank you for that clarification.
Absolutely.
And can you kind of just run back over why we don't have a Spanish teacher again?
Because when I looked at the priority rankings, one of the things that you all said that as a team that was very important was fostering future-ready problem solvers, providing high-quality, enriching instruction in technology and STEAM, as well as the fine arts. So when having to make a decision as to where we had to make the cuts, I utilized the rankings that the GoTeam utilized, and it was fine arts, which is art, music, and PE, and then STEAM, which is Mr. Taylor. So basically, it was because of budgeting or money and then ranking objectives. We only earned 0.8 art, music, PE, Spanish, and music. Therefore, we had to add 0.2 points, which impacted the budget, and we just didn't have the funding. When thinking about positions, I thought more so about saving, going along with what the GoTeam wanted, but then trying to save jobs too.
Correct. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we was clear on why we don't have a Spanish teacher. But okay, cool beans.
Well, let me say this. The goal is to keep our Spanish teacher in the building so that she can possibly move into a model that they had previously of teaching. It just won't impact the entire school. Unfortunately, it will impact only a small subgroup of students. However, the goal is to have Ms. Charles to work on, because she's already started the pre-work and working with the district to hopefully create an immersion, a dual immersion cluster with the Carver cluster. But that's going to take some work because you have to get Finch, Sylvan, and Carver on board. And so she's trying to start to do that work.
Okay, bet.
And just a quick note, Ms. Muhammad, as Ms. Blackwell mentioned, we are trying to go back to that dual immersion model that we had a few years back.
Okay.
I'm currently working on my specialist degree, and I'm getting an ESOL. I'm losing the name of it right now. An endorsement, an ESOL. And the
Okay.
research does back the fact that dual immersion programs are the best way for our English learners, which we have 4 of in the school, and also for our students who are trying to learn Spanish. It's the best model for them to actually learn a different language and sort of either help improve their skills in learning a new language or help support their knowledge of learning English. So it is a model that is backed by research.
Okay, yeah, that's amazing, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, any more questions about the staffing proposal? Okay, So now we'll move to non-staffing tab. And the non-staffing tab shows how funds are allocated for non-staff items in the school. There's school level flexibility for most of these items. The tab has columns. The recommended, that's what, again, the district is recommending. The allocation shows what I've actually allocated the funds for and the difference. And so when I look at custodian overtime, the district used to provide that, but now the schools have to pay for the custodian and school resource officer overtime. So I did allot some overtime in that for our custodians and school resource officers for when we have PTO meetings, or when we have STEM nights or parent universities that require the community to come within the school. So that will assist in cleanup as well as security for our stakeholders. We want to continue our professional learning with our teachers. And to do that, it's great. We do utilize our resources within the district, but sometimes we like to tap into the actual experts. And Metro RESA is known to have experts in a lot of the areas in which we seek support. So we have allotted $5,000 for professional learning or contracted services for professional learning for our staff. And then they recommended that we put $14,200 in teaching and other supplies, but we put $62,000 in teaching and other supplies. We usually put that amount of money there so that we can make sure that our teachers always have the supplies and materials that they need. But when we get towards the end, if we need to make adjustments, then we can always move that money around to another line as needed. Again, I've talked to you all about how our media center is dated back to 2007. This year, I gave Ms. McGee $10,000 to start building our catalog in our media center. And so I'm going to give her an additional $5,000 this year to continue to build our media center and update it to 2026. Books other than textbooks, if we decide as a team based on the data that we need to implement a new strategy or give teachers more acquisition with a skill, then we're able to buy books other than textbooks for professional learning for our teachers and to offer other stipends, again, like I mentioned, for academic behavior and attendance incentives. We also provide stipends to our grade level chairs who spend a little extra time doing work. And then I put in $2,300 for web-based subscriptions for a bus for tutorial, turnaround transportation. We find that a lot of our scholars are not able to stay for tutorial because of transportation. So I put in $2,000 for transportation for tutorial, for after school tutorial. And then teacher subs. Schools are responsible for paying for subs. The reason why I have that amount of money is a lot of times the teachers in our AU unit do not get opportunities to plan because of the needs of their scholars, as well as sometimes we struggle to find time for our IRR teachers to plan with the general ed teachers because some of them have multi-grade levels. So this sub line will allow us to give or to provide opportunities for planning for our AU teachers, as well as co-planning with our general education teachers and special education teachers. And of course, you have to pay for their FICA. And then we have a hourly teacher tutor, but the goal is right now we have 4 during the day tutors that come in now and push into math, as well as 1 for ELA best for second grade based on this past MAP data. And so we're hoping to see some great gains by having these during the day tutors come in and give our kids an extra dose or ramp up through the numeracy project to bridge gaps. For second grade, I'm concerned about the reading data in second grade. So we have hired a reading tutor for second grade to help bridge those gaps, because we know when those scholars transition to third grade, we go from learning to read to reading to learn. And they also have to pass the milestones in order to go to fourth grade and third grade. So we're trying to ramp up or bridge some gaps in second grade now with the during the day tutor. And we realize that math is not necessarily a deficit, but we are very close to making sure that we meet our target in math. So we're ramping up our math instruction by having the 3 during the day tutors come to third, fourth, and fifth grade to support. We would like to continue that work for next year. Are there any questions about the non-staffing tab? Okay, Mr. Taberkian. And the next, this is just a bigger view of what I just shared. You can go to the next one, Mr. Taberkian, when you're ready. Okay, here we go. So this is just an overview of a pie graph kind of overview of what the budget functionality looks like. As you can see, the majority of the money is being spent on instruction. 73% of the money is being spent on instruction for our scholars, while 10% on services. Right now, we have instructional staffing, training. We don't have a large percentage of that, but the majority of, as you can see, the money is being spent on student services as well as instruction, and school administration is 10%. So are there any questions or concerns about the budget by function view of how we're spending the money? As you can see, the majority of it is spent on the children. Okay. So now we're going to the reserve fund. Remember, the reserve funds were given to us. They give you a projection of what your enrollment is going to be. If you meet that enrollment or go over that enrollment, you get reserve funds. And this year, our reserve funds was, I believe, $75,000 that we had to spend. If our enrollment meets the expectation, then our leveling reserve will be $73,883. With that money, I am proposing to the GoTeam that we continue to look at strengthening our instructional core, and that's implementing high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials, and that we won't make a decision on what those resources will be used on until after the students take the fall 2026 MAP assessment, and we utilize that data to see if we need to fill in the holes or bridge gap with resources to help our scholars meet their individual academic and behavioral goals. And then we are sparking student curiosity. Again, I would like to implement systematic culture and climate strategies and really pour and create a parent resource center that is really beneficial for parents. We had Dads for Donuts, and one of the things that came out of the Dads for Donuts is that our dads need a support group. And one of our parents, he offered to step in and lead those parent support groups where, the dads can get together and talk about how to have a healthy relationship, co-parenting relationship with your child's mother, or just what type of computers to help parents come and log on and support with getting a GED or just that type of thing. So I really would like to pour into some of this money into that parent resource center, as well as continuing to strengthen our instructional and get high quality, relevant, and engaging instructional materials. Do you all have any feedback as to anything else you think we need to put on here?
I was gonna add something as far as the resource parent center. I think that is a great idea. I'm also concerned with that because is there a way we can possibly start what's the word I'm trying to integrating like videos of certain lessons or lessons that's kind of going on in the class, because being honest, some stuff I don't understand when it come down to their homework. Like, I be feeling like I be telling them my way versus the way that they're taught, and I can't tell them how to do something the way the teacher is teaching it when I don't even understand how to reteach it.
Absolutely. We do have Parent University right now, and we are going to clean up what that looks like. But this will be like an ongoing Parent University type thing where you can come in and learn, or we will post it. I love that idea, Ms. Muhammad. That's
Thank you so much.
idea. Yes, ma'am. I'm just writing that down now. Excellent idea. Anyone else?
To kind of riff on the support group for dads, I think to sort of go into that a little bit further, if we could maybe even add a component of maybe an after school program where maybe some of the male teachers in the school can even support some of our students who might need a little bit more positive influence, just as, you know, a space for them to talk about things, learn how to manage the expectations of being, you know, a young gentleman. Just to give our scholars, you know, another support piece. Just something I
Yeah.
wanted to throw out there.
We would love that. I know we have Mr. Sweeney is starting a step team to do something very similar to that, but that would be absolutely great. We also had the Masons who came in and tried to touch our community, but some of the activities that they wanted the young men to do, the parents didn't have transportation to get them there, because I believe one event was in Douglasville. So transportation is what I'm finding can be a hindrance for a lot of our families, even just to get to the school. But yes, that is an excellent idea, Mrs. Saberkia.
I don't know if it's like stretching, but I like the whole getting the boys together. Is it like some way they like not trying to have like a therapy session, but I do know kids at this age kind of hoarder in feelings, and then when they get to school they tend to act out because they're not getting the attention at home. Kind of going based off of personal experience, I'm not gonna say, but can we kind of figure out how we can kind of get these kids into some more positive things as far as being able to talk out their emotions?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We're ready to. Any more questions or comments?
I was going to ask a question in regards to funding towards any type of athletic things, like for basketball or any other athletics that could possibly.
Let me find out where that will fall in the budget. I would have to get with the budget team to see if that's even allotted. Um, athletics. Yep, I will find out for you tomorrow, Satu, and I will find out and email the GoTeam about the athletics. And if that is a possibility, I'll go ahead and allot money towards that. Now, I do give the coaches, I know I did this year, I gave the best, like Mr. Harris and Mr. Cousins and Miss Hines and Coach Dennis. I gave them a stipend, but I understand what you're saying. You're thinking more so like uniforms and develop sports development, like a soccer program and that type of thing.
Exactly.
I will find out. Athletics for elementary. I know they do it on the middle and high, but I ask about elementary.
All right. Thank you, Principal Blackwell, for that overview. Let's start our discussion by examining how the proposed budget supports our strategic priorities. We want to ensure it aligns with our school's plan while making the best use of our flexibility. Keeping our focus on strategic priorities will help ensure any adjustments are intentional and support our goals. To guide our conversation, let's consider the following. Does the budget proposal support our school's strategic objectives and lead to achieving our goals? If new positions, resources, or programs are being added, What data or feedback supports these changes? What trade-offs are being made in this budget? Are any current programs or resources being adjusted or reduced? And how will that impact our students? If we're sharing staff positions, how will this affect student support and service delivery at our school? As a Go team, we have the opportunity to provide input on the budget before it moves forward. If we believe adjustments are needed to better align with our strategic plan, we can propose and discuss them now. Once we conclude our discussion, we will take a vote on the draft budget. After this meeting, Principal Blackwell would take the approved draft to the Associate Superintendent and HR Staffing Conference. Following those meetings, we will meet again to review any final updates and vote on our school's final budget recommendation. Principal Blackwell gave us a lot of opportunities to sort of talk through a lot of these things as we were going through them, but I just wanted to allow space for just any other discussions or anything before we actually take action on the draft budget approval. Okay. Thank you, Principal Blackwell, for sharing this information. I will now entertain a motion to approve the draft budget. A second.
I motion to approve.
All in favor, please say aye.
Bye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please identify yourself or raise a hand. Okay. So the motion passes. We will now move on to information items. Before that, I just want to quickly review here, sort of where the process is gonna go. Once again, Principal Blackwell will take the approved draft to the Associate Superintendent and HR Staffing Conference. Following those meetings, we will again meet to review any final updates. All right, information items, announcements, and any public comment. All right, we did want to just go ahead and touch base with the uniform committee. Admittedly, we do need to go ahead and get this wrapped up as soon as possible. So, Ms. Mohammed, as the chair, do you have any progress on that, just so we can go ahead and start finalizing this?
I'm gonna be honest, no, because apparently we haven't had time to make surveys to do the stuff that we said we needed to do at the PTO. So no.
Gotcha. Do you need any additional support just so we can go ahead and make this happening? Anything that we can do to expedite the process and get this closed?
If I can come up there and possibly just put together, oh my God.
Yes, yes. And let
I
me say
need-
this, because we
okay.
have a PTO meeting next week, so that will be the
Correct.
time. So if you do me a favor, Ms. Muhammad, tell me exactly what the survey needs to say, and I
Okay.
will get someone on the team to put it together and then
Okay.
send it to you for your approval. And then
Okay.
if you approve it, then we'll have it ready for PTO.
Okay, cool beans. I'm about to put that together right now.
Thanks so much. We're here to support you. Just reach out and we'll make this happen. We're a team.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay. Moving on. And we will now move on to information items. First is the principal's report. If you'd have anything that you want to add on before I move on to announcements, Principal Blackwell.
No, not at this time.
Thank you so much. We will now hear about additional information items. And so these are some of our announcements. Just a reminder that Monday and Tuesday, February 16th and 17th is an extended learning day for students, extended learning days. And February 18th through the 20th is our winter break. Coming up Thursday, February 26th is STEAM night. And just like we were previously referencing, we'll also have that PTO meeting from 6 to 7. Sorry, I neglected the time for STEAM night, but STEAM night is from 5 o'clock to 6. February 27th is our Black History Month show from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then we do have another announcement from the GoTeam office. Declarations for GoTeam elections are open until February 28th. We will need both parent/guardian and a non-supervisory instructional staff candidates. If you're interested and or know of anyone who would be a good fit for our team, please direct them to apsstrongschools.com to declare their candidacy. If you have questions, contact the GoTeam office. Does anyone have any additional announcements they'd like to share with the team? Okay, we have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time? We didn't have any more announcements, so May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
A motion to adjourn.
A second?
A second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Okay, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.